The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy. Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy.
It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome in to another edition of The Wild Side with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to give my little video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to like it, give it a share. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and you are following me on all of the social media platforms. That way, if there's a band, a song, a video, something you want me to talk about, a question you have for me, all you have to do is reach out in the DMs or leave it in the comment section below. If you are going to reach out on the DMs, just do me a favor, no spamming, please. And if you are going to leave it in the comments below, only you can concur with a suggestion that you were going to make. Join the I Concur Army. Give the comment section a cursory read-through. If you see your suggestion has already been made, all I want you to do is below that suggestion, like it and leave an I concur. That helps my old burnout DJ brain put everything into a nice little organized list, as organized as it can be, and then I can put it into the handy dandy notebook. But remember, my card catalog is organized by a monkey on crank. So thank you to everybody for your subscribing, and make sure you are subscribed because every Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time, I do my live stream and it's a Q&A with my subscribers. I have a ton of questions for you folks to get to know you better, so make sure you are subscribed. That way you can chat with me on Saturdays for Wild Side Live. And thank you to everybody for your voting. Thank you for playing the I Concur game. I'm seeing it everywhere and I love it. It's humbling, actually, is really what it is. I laugh. I chuckle when I see it popping up on other reactors' channels. I laugh when I see it on my social media posts. But what it really does is it tells me that you're paying attention. And it also shows me that you're showing me a modicum of respect. So I thank you very much for that. And I hope that these videos are entertaining enough for you that we can kind of make a nice little exchange here. Because I don't ask for money. Instead, I ask that you sit while I say I want to thank Aspen Dental, Connect 200, Music 2C, and Gothic Jewelry. They are those that make the Wild Side possible. So thank you very much to them. And today's video is actually coming from one of my sponsors. He's actually been... there's a reason for this. So, and I think he understands. Holger, I hope I'm saying that correctly. He is the photographer, an award-winning European concert photographer who provides me with a lot of the photographs that you see in my thumbnails. And he has been suggesting a band and a song for me for quite some time, but he understands he didn't want to feel like because he's a sponsor, because he's part of the show, that he gets put in the front of the line. So I think he completely understands that. But I do want to say this, for all of my European subscribers, for all of my subscribers actually, you need to head over to Music to See. If you are a fan of metal, this guy is an award-winning photographer, gold medalist. His shows are all around Europe in galleries. This is high-quality stuff. Look, I think in 100 years, his work will be looked on as a documentary of this metal movement in Germany and Europe at this time. I think that he is so good at documenting certain moments and aspects of shows that freeze these fantastic moments of energy into a frame. You know, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and some of the photos I see on his site leave me speechless. So head over to Music to See, check out his collection. You never know, you may find a print you may want hanging in your house. Okay, he's the one, like I said, he's providing me with a lot of my photographs for my thumbnails. So thank you very much to him and Music to See. Head over there and check them out. Today we are checking out a band called NULL Positive. They've been around since 2015, and in 2019 they won the Newcomer Award at the Mera Luna Festival. Again, I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm sure I'll get a voice message later from Holger telling me everything that I mispronounced. But it is NULL Positive, the 2019 Newcomer Award winner at the Mera Luna Festival. The lead singer's name is Ellie Berlin. I hope I'm saying that correct. And today we are checking out a track called Independenz. And this is in German, but I've got the subtitles on, so I'll be able to follow along. So it's called Independenz, and this is NULL Positive. Here we go. Make sure it's tuned up loud. There we go. Kids aren't home, so I can jam.
Wieder mal ich Bilder in die Asche unserer Zeit, die Winde werden milder. Dieser Kampf ist nun vorbei, tief im Blau der Nächte. Fühl ich noch immer deine Haut, noch nie war die Stille um mich so unerträglich laut. In die Vergangenheit schwindet unsere Zeit. Dafür ist man nie bereit. Independenz! So nah und fern von mir, drehen die Uhren sich weiter. Nur mein Herz will's nicht kapieren. Independenz! So nah und so weit von hier, spielt das Leben weiter. Sein Solo auf dem Klavier. Schlag mich durch die Stunden, wie mein Puls sich durch das Eis. So viel schon überwunden in diesem ewigen Kreis. Durch all die Ängste dieser Unheilbarkeit. Das hier wird das längste. Ohne dich ist dieses Leben noch so weit. Alles brennt, es friert, es schlagt. Independenz! So nah und fern von mir, drehen die Uhren sich weiter. Nur mein Herz will's nicht kapieren. Independenz! So nah und so weit von hier, spielt das Leben weiter. Sein Solo auf dem Klavier. Tage fallen ins Leere. Ozean aus schwarzem Teer, den wir überqueren. Bald sind dort keine Schmerzen mehr. Kämpf mich durch den Nebel, wie mein Herz sich durch das Blei. Setze meine Segel. Jetzt gebe ich dich
I think I get that.
Independenz. So nah und fern von mir, drehen die Uhren sich weiter. Nur mein Herz will's nicht kapieren. Independenz. So nah und fern von mir, drehen die Uhren sich weiter. Nur mein Herz will's nicht kapieren.
Wow. Wow. I am going to need a second. That hit me in the feels right there, without a doubt. So I just need a breath to compose myself, because a lot of the lyrics hit me personally, and the tone and mood that was set with the music was perfect. So just give me just 1 second, please, because maybe I took the song too personally, but the message I'm getting from that lyrically hit home, and the perfect match of the music that goes along with what I was feeling hits it even deeper. So I do just need a moment to detach myself, okay? So let's talk about this musically. Musically speaking, this song is awesome. It has all of the right elements I was wanting to hear in a metal tune. It had all of the familiarity yet modernity that I crave in my new songs. So I want to hear something I haven't heard before, but I also don't want to be, hey man, I don't understand the colors I'm seeing here. So a lot of the colors that were passing through my spectrum in this song were very traditional in their sound. They were very rich in their texture. Even and I wrote down the right amount of gloom. This is a great measured song. This is a perfectly measured song, I think. I say perfectly, and I mean that in a, to my ear way. It's good. So this song is about, for me anyway, it's about my heart being broken, still being broken. And there's nothing that's going to heal my heart. And it doesn't matter how my heart feels. Life continues. And I need to understand that. And watching her go through the veil, like I said, it hit home. So anyway, so the colors that were going through my head, even the darker colors, were still pulsating with a brightness and a freshness to them. So musically, the drums and the bass were adding this fantastic foundation of earth tone that was still pulsating that brightness of life, the brightness of a heartbeat. So well done on the drums and the bass, building those bridges back and forth. I also wrote down proper changes. The song itself is constructed and measured in a way that provides you enough time to absorb each elemental change throughout the pace of the song, whether it's the tempo or the beat. The song is growing, and it allows you to drink in all of the energy that's being built in that pace, and then it'll change pace again, and then it gets to that solo. Well done, too, for timing that solo at the word solo. And that line, I'll get to that line. Well done for timing the guitar solo with the word solo in the chorus. So that was creative and that's cheeky. I like that. And speaking of guitar, when I say familiarity, I start to hear bands in my head. When I hear brand new music that I've never heard before, I'm making a linear connection to something that I'm familiar with over here or wherever it is in my ether. So I'm making that connection because that connection will then provide me with an avenue of understanding. So I'm listening for that. And it also, in a way, it shows you the influence of the band themselves when you're able to sit down and say, okay, dude, I'm hearing obviously Rammstein, I'm hearing Tool, I'm hearing Rage, I'm hearing Godsmack, Linkin Park, I'm hearing all of that in that new metal sound, but what her vocals are doing, and here's where this really separates from those elements in the ether. What Ellie's done in this song is she has created it's hard sometimes for a metal singer to emote. It is, because of the cacophony around them. Bands like Nightwish are able to do it. she's in that vein where she is able to convey a really deep emotion through the pitch change and then subtle changes in her voice. She's able to just go one notch deeper. Another vocalist that does that really well, I mean, just really can reach into you and just kind of grab you by your feels, I guess, if you will, is Johnette Napolitano of Concrete Blonde, Natalie Merchant from 10,000 Maniacs. Their vocals are able to control the rise and fall of your own anxiety, and I find that fascinating. So the musically speaking, the song is wonderfully measured. It's wonderfully measured in its additions and its subtractions. Someone please correct me down below, but I believe that was a 7-string guitar. I've seen them used in other bands. I think the guy in a band out of Japan called Wagaki Band uses it, and his neck is real weird. That's another, it's 7 or 8 it looked like. It didn't look like 6. But I love that solo because while the song was taking you through its modernity, and while the song was introducing you to the elements away from the ether, that guitar solo comes in and just drags you right back into that familiarity, doesn't it? Very clean, very edged in its cleanliness. Not clinical, though. And that's what stood out for me, is that it wasn't a clinical solo. And I wish I knew the guy's name off the top of my head. I really do. And I believe the guitar player now replaced the original guitar. This is the second guitar player. But his guitar is doing what her vocals are doing. They are conveying the emotion of the song, the tone, the mood, the temperature, the disposition in which you find yourself listening to this track. Now let's talk about it lyrically, I'm sorry. This is where it may get difficult for me, so I apologize if there are pauses for me because I'm trying to collect myself. For those of you that don't know, I lost my wife in 2015, and the expression is you never get over it, but you have to get past it. So some songs, a lot of music is difficult for me to listen to, not just because of the relationship I have with that music and my wife, but lyrically it'll trigger me. I don't like using that word, but it'll just bring up things that maybe I would like to keep private. This song hit all of those notes, and it was very difficult for me to kind of keep everything together because the song is about growing up. The song, for me anyway, the lyrics struck a very progressive tone in your own life. And the line, life just keeps playing its solo on the piano. That is an incredible line. It's a very good line. I like that. It reminds me of the last line of True Grit, both the John Wayne and the Jeff Bridges versions. I believe the final line is, life has a way of getting away from us, or time seems to have a way of getting away from us. Very poignant, very sharp, and very direct, and very to the point. And I like that, as much as it hurt to hear. As much as it hurts to hear. And something else also that struck me in the song lyrically was about my ghosts. You know, people have asked me since my wife's passing if I'm seeing anybody, if there's anyone in my life, and it's difficult because I have ghosts. I have a ghost. I don't believe in ghosts, but I have a ghost. And I don't think it's fair to expect someone to have to deal with that ghost. So it's difficult to bust the ghost, so to speak. I've only loved 2 women in my life, and I can't be with either of them. So I am a broken-hearted person. And sitting here listening to that song, it brought up some stuff. So well done. That's what you want a song to do, right? You want your lyrics, your own pain to come through, your own joy to come through, whatever emotion you're feeling. You want to be able to relate that to someone, and you want it to be relatable no matter how universal it is. The songwriter has one reason for writing this song, but I have my own reason for making my connection to it. And that's what makes a good song good, is your ability to relate to the unrelatable. It's unrelatable. I have no idea why they wrote that song. I have no idea why they feel that way. but it made me feel a certain way that I felt, okay, I understand. So well done by Ellie Berlin, lead singer, for creating that tone and that mood. Well done, NULL Positive. NULL Positive. The 2019 winners of the Newcomer Awards of the Mariluna Festival. I can see why. And from what I understand, I'll get into some live stuff. I'll look forward to getting some live stuff from them. But I bet they put on a great show as well. I would like to see her perform live. Great vocals, man. She doesn't try to go anywhere that's unexpected. She doesn't try to go anywhere where she's not comfortable. She's very comfortable with where she is, and she's hitting it very solid, very rich. No runs or drops or anything like that, so well done. Thank you very much for the suggestion. NULL Positive. The song is Independenz, and that is the official video. I will link everything down below. Again, if you have a suggestion for a band, a song, a video, if you have a question for me, you can hit me up in the comment section. You can also hit me up with a DM on social media. I know it feels like I'm just abruptly ending, but I do have some emotions bubbling up. So thank you to everybody for paying attention and listening and sitting with me and enjoying the video, hopefully as much as I did. Thank you to Aspen Dental, Connect 200, Music to See, and Gothic Jewelry. Special thanks to Music to See today, because you're not only providing me with the pictures, but you just introduced me to a really good band that I'm going to start getting into. So thank you very much for that. NULL Positive. I want to put that on my Spotify list, and I'll sit alone and cry as I listen to them. So maybe there's some other uplifting stuff. We'll see. But thank you very much to everybody. Again, I appreciate all of your help with the understanding. Anything that I don't know about this band, please fill me in down below. Give me the entire history. That way I can pin it at the top, and everybody else can get educated as well. Thank you for being with me on my journey through these new songs. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbors. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wild Side.